Hey, what's up, guys? Colton here, and back again with the third part of the series. And so, what we're going to be doing in this episode is basically going live. Our store is practically done. So, what I went ahead and did, I didn't record it, but what I did in between the second part and the third part is I went ahead and purchased a domain, which is golfcentralstore.com. The domain doesn't matter too much for, just a cash flow site, but if you're going to take branding seriously and go for the long-term game, and then obviously think of a good name to brand. This is just, a decent name. It's nothing too spectacular, but it's going to get the job done for, just a cash flow site. And so what we're going to do is we're going to set up an ad for this Tripwire product in this video on Facebook ads right here. And then basically after that, you guys already know the story. We're going to focus on getting people through our funnel and upselling them, more products. So that's basically what our whole mission here is. So let's just dive right into it and let's create our first ad. And let's get this going. So what we're going to do is copy this URL. And as you can see, obviously, this is a new domain, and it's no longer .myshopify.com. And we're going to go over here and create a conversion ad. Actually, wait a minute. So we're going to actually go over to Pixel's page right here, and it's just a drop down right here. And so what we're going to do is go ahead and copy our ID real quick. For those of you guys wondering, this ID is not going to be able to affect me. If you for the people who are going to try and manipulate this to use my ID to mess me over, or that doesn't even make sense, to screw me over, you're not going to affect me. This is not private information right here. Anyone can have it, and it's not a big deal. It's not going to affect my other campaigns. So don't try grabbing my ID and messing with it, because it's not going to affect me. So what we're going to do is go ahead and actually put this in. I'm trying to remember real quick. I've done this 1,000 times, but I can never seem to remember actually where it's at. So I think it's at preferences. I just got to find, hold on. Oh, there's preferences. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to online store, then click on preferences, and we're going to go ahead and put our Pixel ID in here. This is really important for later on. Basically, our store can't track conversions unless this Pixel ID is in there, and we're using a conversion ad. And what the ad is going to do is optimize for conversions. So when we get sales, it's going to send people like the person who bought to our site. So it's going to optimize our pixel for us and basically get us more sales in the future. And when it comes to sales or e-commerce, you always want to be using the conversion ad, guys. Engagement ads just don't cut it. You're going to have a lot better of a time using this right here. And we're going to be only targeting United States in this, which is typically what I do. And since this is a golf store, what we're going to be doing is obviously, targeting people who only golfers would know. So what we're going to do is go ahead and target let's just go ahead and target Nike Golf. These are actually the employees of Nike Golf, as you can see over here, and we don't want that. We're just going to go ahead and target Nike. Nike's a really big golf company as well as several sports. So right now, at the moment, this is only Nike. People who don't golf are also going to be in this, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is narrow this down real quick. And so what we're going to narrow it down with is probably tailor-made. Let's try that. And for those of you who don't know what TaylorMade is, it's a really big golfing brand. I want to go ahead and go back here. This is just employers. We don't want that. We already have the main TaylorMade. And so as you can see, now we have a ton of golfing companies on here. And what this means is basically Facebook is, helping optimize already. So basically, these are other companies who are going to, have relevant people to our niche. Because we're listing a ton of people on here. I accidentally added in PGA Tour. We're not going to do that on this level. We're only adding in right now is exclusively retail golf stores, brands, and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and add Titleist in here. And I'm assuming Cobra Golf is the company. For those of you who actively watch golf, bear with me if it's not. I'm sure it is, but I don't know what exactly they sell. But So we're just going to, actually that's probably all we're going to add. Obviously, these are all golf brands, and it's pretty narrow. We have 1 million people in our audience, and so what I'm going to do now is actually go back and add in PGA Tour, because that's a really big, golfing course or tour or whatever it's called. I don't know. Basically, like, that's really big in the golfing community. So what we have now is Nike, a huge golf brand. This isn't very targeted at all. People who play basketball and football and everything would also like this page. So at this point, our targeting is pretty much useless right here. And so now when we narrow it down a little bit farther, we get into a lot of golfing brands, a lot of people who buy golfing brands, and we want buyers. We don't want just people who are interested. We want buyers. And then I went ahead and narrowed it down just to, make sure that they like golf. So they have to like this, they have to like one of these, and then they have to like this. So obviously, if they like all three of these things, then they obviously, are pretty interested in golf. And so we're going to go ahead and take away audience network because it's pretty much useless. And then take away right column because, again, pretty much useless. And the budget we're going to start this out on is $20. I usually recommend starting it out at $5 to $10 a day, but I have more money to splurge. If you're on a budget, start it off at 5 to 10 and wait like probably 3 days to gather some data and see if your campaign is going to work. And again, I'm starting this off at $20. Usually I would start it off at 5 to 10, but just for the sake of being able to get a lot of data fast, I'm going to go ahead and, do that. So what I need to go ahead and find is, did I not make a golfing page yet? Wow, okay, so I haven't even made a golfing page on Facebook. So what we're going to do really quick is actually make this golfing page. Let's just use brands of products. Golf Central, and I don't think we're going to be able to, let's just select website, and then we have a page here, good to go, and select it. Obviously we're going to want a picture, but I'll go ahead and add that in later just for the sake of time. This is obviously straight to the point. You don't need to know how to put a picture in your page or, create a page. It's pretty much self-explanatory. And in the image, we're actually going to do something really, really simple. And all we're going to do is actually copy the picture over. Golf tees, save it on the desktop. And we're going to go ahead and upload it. Golf tees right here. And wait for that to upload. We might have to change the dimension on this. Let's see. And no, it looks like it actually is going to fit on both Instagram and Facebook. So as you can see, that's pretty much straight to the point. It looks pretty bad, not going to lie. But the thing is, honestly, on most of my ad campaigns, sometimes the worst, simplest ones perform the best. This is straight to the point. They can tell this is a golf tee. It's just straight to the point. It cuts the fluff. The only thing that you could do is probably put a red border or a vibrant border around this and maybe add in like a button to click. That looks like you can click on the ad. But for this purpose, this is going to do fine if you're, wanting to increase your conversion rate or blah, 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 and you want to get a little bit more fancier, then obviously, make it a little bit more high quality. But sometimes stupid simple works the best, and that's what I recommend, honestly, for beginners. And so we're going to go ahead and copy this URL, obviously. And what we're going to put in the headline is get it free, just pay shipping. And it's super simple, nothing complicated, nothing fancy. It's just straight to the point. And in the text, what we're going to do is engage them. So right off the bat, we're going to offer them, we're not going to offer them. We're going to ask them, something that gets them engaged, something that they're already going to know the answer to, and something that they're going to relate to. Do you love golfing? And obviously these people are going to love golfing. By the way, we have this targeted. This question is basically self-explanatory. Obviously they already love golfing, but we're just kind of trying to get the point across that we're a golfing company and, engage them so they read the rest of our ad. What we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to keep this stupid simple and make sure they don't lose the point of this post, which they want to understand that they want to have a clear call to action in this post. Grab our funny gag tee, nudie tees. Grab our funny gag nudie tees. our funny golf gag nudie tease and show off in front of all your friends. Get it free. Actually, I'm gonna put a period right there. Get it free, just pay shipping, and that's it. Super simple, obviously, and that's about it. I have a feeling after I run this ad, I'll probably go back and cut out females because this obviously probably won't perform as well in females, just because they're not gonna like the idea of this nudie golf gag tee. So we're gonna go ahead and place this order. We actually have an error, we can't use it. So I went in and added in a picture just to go ahead and get this running on Instagram. Just wanted to throw this in the video and just kind of make sure you guys know Instagram is still one of the most profitable platforms when it comes to Facebook marketing. And you don't want to leave it out, especially on e-commerce, because there's tons and tons of cheap clicks waiting to be made, and mobile purchases are totally in right now. It's a big thing, and you can get super cheap clicks from Instagram. So I made sure to add a profile picture in so we can advertise on Instagram, and I actually went in here and added back on Instagram on our advertisement, and we're gonna go ahead and save and close this just to get this advertising on Instagram. So let's get back into the main video, and there we go, we removed Instagram. So we're gonna go ahead and place this order, and we're good to go. And there we go. So we placed our order, and that's about it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys in the next one. What we're gonna be doing in the next one is basically we're gonna be making sales, and I'm gonna be updating you on how much sales I make from this ad campaign. This ad campaign is gonna be profitable, guys. I already know. I'm experienced enough to know, and I've been in the golf niche before, and I've actually used a very similar audience and product with this, so I know it's gonna work well. So I'll see you guys in the next video. We're gonna be starting to make some sales on that, and it just sounds like a plan. I mean, who doesn't love sales, right? All right, see you guys later.